Are you guys like that close? Like, are you guys like hanging out, like having dinner together? Like, what's this?
Yeah, that's my buddy.
That's what I do. I hang out with a guy like him.
No. This is going to make his day.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Why am I getting a lot of sarcasm out of you?
There's no sarcasm here. Why would
What do you
anybody
mean?
else know more? Why would there be any other expert in the
He's a
world that would
smart
know
guy.
more?
He talks about dating, relationship.
You can clearly see that Andrew Schulz dislike the fact that they brought Myron up. He's irritated. He's trying to be polite because it's their podcast, but you can clearly see that he disliked Myron.
Back when Andrew Schulz was on every podcast to promote his new special, there was one appearance that I'm sure he wished he called in sick. This was the PBD podcast. Myron Gaines sent in a super chat message that left Schulz pretty pissed off, although he tried his best to hide it. Now in this clip, Schulz is visibly furious, but if you don't know the history between these guys, it might be a little confusing as to why he got so annoyed. So let me give you a quick rundown of how this entertaining feud escalated step by step. Myron and Walter from Fresh&Fit caught some heat online a few years ago after joking around about not dating black women.
It is sad to see people like Fresh&Fit being pushed forward as a representation of black people. It is sad to see because they hate black people. It's not just black women. They hate black people. When Myron says he doesn't dabble in the dark, he truly means it. It might sound funny to another race, but it's not funny. I have a daughter and she's black, and to hear a grown man like Myron makes jokes about saying that he does not dabble into blackness, it's crazy. And he's black. I wonder when their mother are watching their podcast or watching their episode, how do they feel about that? Their aunties, their sisters, if they do have one. Because no matter how much you try to sell out your own community to try to fit in into the white community, they will never accept you because they'll see you as a sellout. And we see people like Myron as bootlickers.
The guys on Flagrant made some comments on it, and so Fresh&Fit came on the podcast to basically tell their side of the story. But the episode became heated almost immediately as they were called out by Akash and Alex Media.
So how do you not see the problem with the clip when you both just say, hey, I go for personality
You said
first?
LaShonda and LaQuisha.
You said you don't do dark.
That was a joke, bro.
Listen, there are some jokes that you can make that can bring down the value of your race. And jokes like that you don't dabble into the black, is the kind of jokes that are not acceptable, because then you're leaving leeway for other races to make jokes like that. And then when someone will say racist things against you, you say, oh, they're racist. No, because you let them say things like that. Your rhetoric gives the other races the confidence to speak down on you. It's a joke, bruh. It's a joke, bruh. What kind of joke is that? I've never heard a white man make a joke about bringing down his own race.
That's a cop-out.
Yeah.
It's a cop. Like if you're showing
a lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. Okay. It is. I saw a clip where you were like, "Oh, the nuclear family's falling apart. What do you do? I don't get married. Just don't get married." You actually trying to help men? Or are you talking to fucking incels who are 18 years old?
I love the fact that Akash confronted them about their rhetoric, because one has to. How can a grown man sit and say, "I don't dabble in the black," when he's black himself? And they say, "Oh, it's a joke, bro. It's a joke." What kind of joke is that? That is madness. That is insanity. And even if you don't love black women, you can keep that private. You don't have to go around and say things like that.
You know what I mean? That's some shit you say to college. I'm going to turn you from a simp to a pimp. All right, bro. Can we grow up? You guys are self-help. Hey, we're trying to help men. So either we're funny or help men.
Schulz was actually the more reasonable one here. He seemed like he wanted to give the guys the benefit of the doubt. After this was posted, not much really happened, but sometime later, Fresh&Fit broke their silence and called it an ambush and complained that this was unprofessional.
How is it unprofessional when someone confronts you about the rhetoric that you're talking about? If you're going to make claims like that, you should be able to back it up. Back it up. Because them confronting you and you feeling like you're being confronted is because the rhetoric that you put out there are very dangerous. And I love the fact that Akash did confront them.
Even still, it didn't seem like there was much bad blood until this flagrant episode with DJ Academics where Andrew took some shots at Fresh and Fit.
I'm not gonna Kanye y'all.
We're gonna be down Fresh and Fit as well. Like, give me a platform.
Yo, all I'm trying to say is this, okay? The whole thing I'm trying to say is
Nobody benefited more than the cancel culture than Fresh and Fit.
I am happy that they are making fun of them because they have to feel what other black people feel when they made that joke about them not dabbling into the black community.
Nobody, the more people get canceled, the more they gotta go on Fresh and Fit.
I ain't gonna lie.
Fresh and Fit is like Dancing with the Stars for if your YouTube page got taken up.
Shit. Don't play my boys like that.
When Schulz makes a joke, Akash refuses to keep his hands to himself. But anyways, at this point there's some tension. Myron and Walter start taking shots back at Flagrant.
We'll go on a Flagrant, right, where, you know, you got Akash and Schulz being pretty much haters and attacking us and being feminine. Right?
How is Akash being feminine when they are confronting you and you couldn't even say anything back? You were quiet, like a little weasel. You are powerful speaking on your own mic, but as soon as you go to their own place, you're quiet. Because they didn't accept the joke that you were making, bringing down your own race.
How you call yourself Flagrant, but then get offended at us saying our jokes, right? It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
A couple of months later, DJ Academics makes another return to Flagrant and, of course, brings up Fresh and Fit. Andrew and his co-host start to make fun of them, referencing the fact that Fresh and Fit were recently demonetized on YouTube.
Just go watch Fresh and Fit. How do they watch it?
On YouTube.
Go to youtube.com, type in Fresh and Fit,
this my guys
and
right now?
scroll to the bottom of the
It doesn't please me to see people laughing at black creators like Fresh and Fit. But truth to be told, Fresh and Fit does deserve it. Because they've been pulling down their own community just to get some laugh. You know, it's like that friend that degrades himself just to make people laugh. And then when people start treating him the way he degrades himself, he start getting mad. No, but you open that door. Fresh and Fit, you guys open the door for them to make fun of you. So people shouldn't complain. You people should take it.
Why y'all dissing my
guys? Give them a couple bucks, yo.
Yeah.
Give Fresh and Fit a couple bucks.
I don't think they can get donations anymore.
They can't get donations?
I don't.
Well, not through this. Wait, what's
Is there
up?
a PayPal or something?
I thought you guys were cool with
Yo,
them.
we gonna set up a GoFundMe for Fresh and Fit.
Well, Myron didn't find that funny and so sent out an angry tweet calling the Flagrant guys snakes, and then Schulz replied calling Myron a talentless bottom feeder. Since then, Myron has taken a lot of shots at Andrew over the years.
Andrew Schulz, probably one of the fakest people I've ever met, bro. Holy shit. He's like a slimy, like car salesman that like will say what needs to be said. Because here's the thing, he's very socially calibrated and very smart, but also very manipulative. Very dangerous traits to have. Like, he would be a great criminal.
Well, Schulz, from what I know, has tried to ignore him. My guess is that as Schulz became a bigger celebrity, at some point the public feud would do more help to Myron's status than it would for Schulz. Myron will till this day take shots at Schulz, and even recently he went on No Jumper and brought up their dispute.
But it's just comical because it's like, y'all are supposed to be comedians. You guys call yourselves flagrant. Exactly. Like, you're supposed to be uncensored. You bring us on and you try to virtue signal. Like, that's some ass shit.
Now,
maybe they were virtue signaling. Maybe they were not. But the fact that you made rhetoric like that and to see someone actually stand up to you guys, that is good. It doesn't matter if they were virtue signaling or not. The fact that they stop your rhetoric, it's good.
now we arrive at present day. Schulz is doing the podcast rounds, promoting his new special, and today he's on the PBD podcast. Schulz barely seems interested. The whole theme of the episode centers on the JFK files, which Schulz declares that he has zero interest in.
And then he's going to be killed.
Andrew, how much you care about this?
Zero almost.
Really?
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I've been trying to care.
So it already seems like he's not having the best time. He pretty much says point blank that, hey, you know that topic you guys have chosen for the episode? I don't care about it. But finally, something noteworthy happens near the end of the pod, which is streaming live. 2 super chats come in, which cost $100 each. So this prompts Patrick to read out the messages.
Your friend's Myron Gaines just did a super chat, so let me read it to you. Vinny, I hope you're ready for this as well. Israel killed JFK to protect their nuclear program. Israel killed RFK because he was snooping around and never trusted the Warren Commission and tried to make them register under FARA. David Ferry and Jack Valenti were shooters. You're welcome. Tell Schulz. Are you guys like that close? Like, are you guys like hanging out, like having dinner together? Like, what's this?
Yeah, that's my buddy.
You can clearly see that Andrew Schulz is irritated. The fact that they put him and Andrew Schulz in the same conversation. He does not like him. You can see that from his face.
That's what I do. I hang out with a guy like him. No. This is going to make his day. I can't believe we're even mentioning him.
So one of the best parts about this is how Patrick introduces Myron.
Your friend's Myron Gaines.
This sentence cuts deep for Schulz, and the fact that PBD follows up with, wow, are you guys really that close? Do you guys go out to dinner? Which at this point sounds like Patrick is trolling.
Yeah, that's the same thing I was thinking. It sounds like Patrick is trolling.
As if Myron is messaging in because they're really good friends. The thought of anyone thinking that is making Andrew's skin crawl. He has to fold his arms because he's likely clenching his fists so tightly. Now, Schulz tries to play it cool. He's not gonna let Myron ruin his day. He's only here to promote his new special. He couldn't give a shit about the JFK files. So Schulz at first pretends to be unfazed, but slowly starts to spiral.
He's definitely right. He's got all the answers. Absolutely. There's nobody that understands geopolitics better than him. 100%. He's got it. I'm 100% sure.
Why am I getting a lot of sarcasm out of you?
There's no sarcasm here. Why would anybody else know more?
You can see he is irritated.
Why would there be any other expert in the world that would know more?
He's a smart guy. He talks about dating relationships.
Of course, 100%.
So at the very start, he's thinking, okay, Schulz, don't let this twat see that he made you upset. Just act like you're not bothered. But he just gets more worked up as he goes along. The mood is suddenly uncomfortable, which forces Patrick to start laughing. Then when clueless Adam over here chimes in with, hey, why the sarcasm? He's a smart guy. At this point, Schulz has to take a deep breath so he doesn't throw his mic at Adam's head.
It is him. What do you think, Pat? Do you think he's got all the answers?
But can you do one thing?
Or do you think this is just the latest internet grift? What do you think?
I will tell you, he's a very good communicator, and this is one of those things that I think he is willing to die on.
Pat, you don't gotta lie, bro.
No, but do me a favor.
A good communicator.
This is not what Schulz wanted to hear. He believes, and for good reason, that Myron is an idiot. Remember, he's the talentless bottom feeder, so to hear PBD give him compliments is almost the last straw. At this point, Schulz is probably thinking, I gotta get the hell out of here. We know Dove is likely in the corner of the room signaling to Schulz to breathe, calm down, it's not a big deal.
You know, there was 3 of the files, one of them having to do with Israel. Is there anything there?
So much fun with that. I mean, like, you're giving oxygen. You're giving oxygen to these poor guys. You just gotta let them go die off. It's close.
I do agree with Andrew Schulz when they say that we're giving too much oxygen to Fresh and Fit. And yeah, because we black people, we give attention to the wrong people. People like Fresh and Fit, we shouldn't be giving them attention because the more rhetoric they put out there, the more it makes other races to look down at us.
It's almost done.
You think?
No weapon formed against me shall prosper, bro.
Okay.
It never happens.
Is that the Bible?
They all they all just destroy themselves.
Oh, so you
guys have beef? Is that what's going on?
I don't even think
we can
about
move on.
Yeah.
I have no idea that there's issues, just so you know that.
He has a little obsession with me.
Okay.
It's a cloud obsession. Like, it's not just if they're like, I guess now you get to a point, you guys have probably experienced this, like you get to a point where like your name has currency online. So you add your name to something and then
trust me.
Spin whatever narrative.
I got.
Exactly. So now you're giving, you're getting him a couple bucks. He'll get a couple bucks out of this. But you're welcome.
You know, when someone quotes the Bible in a heated moment, they mean business. He even points out to Patrick that you're giving him oxygen. I think Schulz took an L here due to his reaction. At the end of the day, it's not like Myron insulted him in the message. Schulz could have just laughed it off or trolled him back. PBD asking if you're really close friends shouldn't trigger him that much, unless he suspected PBD was setting him up. This just shows how strongly Schulz feels about Myron, that even the thought of people thinking they're good friends has him struggling to keep his cool. Myron, on the other hand, thought the interaction went very well.
Very good communicator, and this is one of those things that I think he is willing to die.
Put my picture up. Yeah, let's go, baby.
Yeah, I don't know if Andrew Schulz took an L, but I would say that you can clearly see that he does not like Myron. And he's not the only one. I do not like Myron. I do not like the rhetoric that Myron put out there about black people. And yeah, anyways, this is the end of the video. You guys should take care, be safe, and bye.
No, no. can't know of sweetie.